Welcome to the Brew. Today we're joined by Christen Montero, who is the co-founder of Blue Social, as well as the founder of Cannabis Lifestyle. So to get started, tell us a little bit about your time abroad, because I know recently you just did a trip to London as well as other places in Europe to explore more about Cannabis Lifestyle as well as some other events. So can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, thanks, Val. Thanks for having me here on the show today. I just got back from Paris, and last year I was awarded in London as most influential Filipina. And
congratulations.
Thank you. And when I was in Paris, I was actually there speaking on fashion sustainability and corporate social responsibility in general. And at the same time, being founder of Cannabis Lifestyle right now, our whole mission is to help fashion designers internationally to really grow their brand in the United States market and also be mindful of the carbon footprint that goes along with the supply chain going all the way to international countries, to Europe, China, Japan. So it was really good. It was a fun adventure, definitely. Speaking and also getting to know some of the fashion designers and their struggles. It really shows that, even though there's fashion designers out there that are already, the public sees that they made it because there's celebrities wearing their clothing. Yep. At the same time, a lot of people don't realize that some of those same fashion designers are still struggling today. Yeah. And a lot of it is partially because the way that the system of the fashion industry is built right now and how it feeds into society, but also the lack of support that's needed to actually operate a retail business versus just being a fashion creative.
Yeah, and I think that's super important point that you bring up is a lot of times you see a piece of clothing where by a famous celebrity, it's worn on the red carpet, or it's worn out like on Vogue magazine or whatever. It's all over the place. It's very publicized. There's a lot of PR push. But just because that very, very expensive piece, which that celebrity most likely never even paid for, because you give it as an endorsement, doesn't mean that's going to convert into actual regular everyday person buying that piece of clothing. Yeah. And that's usually because of branding, business development, the retail stores, online web presence, all these factors that they usually don't consider. So would you say that the biggest struggle for fashion designers in general is more that they're really a creative, not a business person? Is that where you think that the kind of disconnect comes from?
Yeah, I think definitely that is a huge disconnect. And a lot of individuals, even in different types of business, think that, okay, anybody can run a business, and anybody can, but it's more to just bossing people around and telling people what to do. And a lot of times it requires a team of people. And when you want to make clothing, for example, you can only make so much being yourself. At a certain point, there's going to need to be somebody who's managing the fabric inventory to make sure that you have the fabric that you're using for your different projects, to making sure that it's the right fabric. So even doing R&D for fabric research to develop high quality products, there's a lot of work that goes into it. And a lot of times, as creatives, we don't want to spend that time doing all the research for vendoring and setting up these partnerships and filling out these forms and applications and getting this permit. And so there's even a lot of legal stuff that goes into really operating a true business in general, let alone a fashion business. A lot of times, it only goes so long just succeeding as, carrying your own brand as a fashion designer. But if you ever truly want to scale rather than just ride the hype, learning the operational side of business is crucial.